guys didn't know, it shut up a little bit in the beta. It's going live with this game. You're going to be able to buy keys to get loot crates in the middle of the game and for your characters that'll give you OP'er weapons with a higher percentage of this, that, new perks just for you. You pay for it. Mods for your weapons. That gives you a tactical edge over regular guys who bought the game and don't have the extra cash to spend. It's not paid to play, but it's paid to win. It's giving you an advantage over the other players. Some people don't see anything wrong with it. I kind of do. I think it's kind of shady, and it's just a way for a company to make more cash off of you and have a little greedy cash grab. Also, while it's not in the fair hands of competition, like, how would you even bring this game to be an esport when it's known for people just buying their way into winning? I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
You know, not being too unfamiliar with the situation. It happens with a lot of free-to-play games online. You start seeing the trend of free to, you know, pay to win type of situations where, oh, you know, I have an extra $50 a month to pour into this game for these extra little fucking perks and this and that. So it really tilts the scale. That's kind of why, you know, oddly enough, World of Warcraft and RuneScape memberships where you pay every month, yeah, you're paying for a membership, but at that same time, that membership is level and fair across the board, and those members cannot mix with the non-members, and if they do, they get their membership items taken away. But tons and tons of times have I seen it. It's like, oh, $5 to get you 2,000 crystals, and you need these crystals to buy these weapons over here. And you're just sitting there going, well, that's kind of bullshit. You know, I sit and I play for, you know, 60 hours a week, and I can't be as good as a guy over here who's willing to grab mommy's credit card and charge $50 to it and become a god amongst fucking, you know, mortals.
And you can get these keys by playing the game, but it's going to take like 1,000 matches of you being completely excellent to even come close to buying one of the more loosely based ones that really doesn't do too much. So, I mean, they're trying to balance it with that, but it's still not fair, obviously, if you have to go through all those hoops and things just to get a low-level version of what people can just drop $5 to get. And, yeah, like with World of Warcraft, you're playing an MMO that's never-ending, and they're always updating it with new content. So, yes, you got to pay for that game. It's never-ending, so you drop some cash for it if you can and can't afford it. Like with ESO, yes, you could buy skins and special weapons, but there are nothing that had anything on the regular weapons that you could already get in the game without going through hoops. There are weapons that didn't have any special balances or checks to it or any actual, you know what I mean? It was just skins and cooler looking weapons. Kind of like what CSGO Go did, and yes, they got in trouble for the gambling thing, but at least their weapons weren't special weapons that you paid for that were way better than the other ones. More accurate, more deadly. It was just skin colors, you know what I mean? And what happened to the good old days where you could just buy a game for $60 and have everything that a game's supposed to come with, not have to pay extra for it? I don't know.
That's I mean, it's getting to the point where they're realizing, oh, not everybody's going to shell out, you know, $5 to $15 for every DLC we make. But here's an idea. Let's say it's $1.49 for this one box, all right? And we tell them, oh, well, look at all the cool items you might, not guaranteed, not 100%, oh, yeah, you're going to get it. You might get in that box because Team Fortress 2 does it. They're not as bad because the game still stays pretty fucking balanced even with that crate. But CSGO, theirs aren't that bad either because it's just a pretty skin in CSGO.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then, you know, you get these boxes for these pay-to-win ones where it's like, oh, you might get this weapon or you might get that weapon or whatever, and you just shelled out the $2 for the crate, open it, you still get something that's giving you a tactical edge as compared to what everybody else is getting still. So it's one of those, well, fucked if I do, fucked if I don't kind of situation.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't see it as being all that different than, like, buying the DLC and getting extra weapons that somebody else can't get. Like, with Call of Duty, they have a really strong trend of, wow, you can pay for it now, but it's going to be released for free to everybody later. So while it seems like pay to win right now, it's probably some content that's going to be given to the players maybe 6, 8, 10 months down the road. And I can give you an exact example of that. while it wasn't too great of a gun, but I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. If you got the season pass, you also got the Peacekeeper weapon. And so eventually, though, the Peacekeeper was given to everybody. You didn't have to purchase the you didn't have to purchase anything extra. You just had to play Call of Duty and it was there for you. So I think that Call of Duty as a whole has that kind of trend going, because they did it with the Peacekeeper gun and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. They did it with Nuketown 2025. They do it with their DLC maps, not all of them, but some of them. And I think that that's just kind of their thing, is they make bank off of it when it first starts to see how well it's going to go over. And then if it goes over well and they can afford to disperse it to everybody, then they do.
See, and the way I think they're getting around this is what they're trying to say is, well, all these weapons are going to be in loot crates. You can pay $5 and you might get certain weapons, you might not. And you can work up to get them, but it's going to take literally over 1,000 matches for a good one, for a decent one. You're talking putting in a good solid 30 to 40 hours of gameplay just in the multiplayer alone, which by that time a lot of people quit playing the multiplayer. That's like months down the road. So we'll see how it goes. Where do you guys see this going?
Well, hopefully, like Carmageddon was saying, eventually everybody gets it. I hope it ends up being that kind of a situation where, usually they have a level cap with these games and stuff, because, there's so many ranks and so many things that people can give. But, I think that, should they lift, like, the level cap on it, you get to so high in level, everything is available. It's no longer locking it up, and like you said, yeah, you got to sit there and grind and play the game. But it's incentive to keep them playing the game, keep the servers going, keep them interactive. So I mean, yeah, right now it's like, oh, $5 and look, you can get this and that. But if they try to balance it back out by saying, okay, look, here's the deal, you can pay $5 to get the fucker now, or you can sit here, play 5 hours, and get the fucker in 5 hours. It's your call, kid. You apparently don't have school, because at fucking 12:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday, you're fucking playing Call of
Duty.
Hey, a few of us skip school for some hard-ass gameplay. I know I did for Legend of Dragoon.
Hey, but that's different. That's different.
Oh, is it now?
That is not a virus that gets a new game every 2 fucking years. That is a game that needs a goddamn remake that's not getting a goddamn remake.
I agree with you there. A lot of people, even Final Fantasy fans, will say Legend of Dragoon is a better version of of Final Fantasy. It is a masterpiece of the JRPG. They even got people who weren't into JRPGs into that game, like myself. So I'll agree with you on that one. Me personally, I think it's a bad idea, and by the dislikes on a lot of their stuff lately, I think they're going in a direction that's going to dig them a little bit of a hole. They might get some new players, but I think they're losing more players than they're getting. This is just my opinion. I think Battlefield did a really great job, and a lot of people are going to that now. And even Battlefront learned from their lesson. They've been saying with the new one that's coming out next year at around the time of fall that it's going to have all this content, no pay for it. You're going to get everything right off the bat, even single player. And Call of Duty going into the pay-to-win thing kind of gets shady, because then doesn't that disqualify you for esports and stuff like that right off the bat?
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is that way, and they just had their competition. A month ago? So they just did the World Championships over there.
This was a new thing they were doing for Call of Duty from what everybody's saying.
Oh, no. Black Ops 3 is loot crates, and you can either play it or you can earn it through gameplay.
But did they give, special things to the weapons?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Because there's some things that you can only get in specialty loot crates in Black Ops 3.
Oh, okay. So they
but you can either pay to buy the credits or you can get them through gameplay. Okay, it's not brand new.
See, I didn't know they gave you, better accuracy weapons and better damage weapons than that one. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, the only thing that I have heard that's going to be different in Infinite Warfare is that you'll have the ability to build your own guns. So that might be something that the loot crates might take advantage of, like the ones that you pay for. You might get something that may be more rare to get if you were to not pay for it. So when I say that you can build them, I don't mean you can just add a scope and quick draw and extended mag or anything like that. Like, you can actually piece together every piece of the guns in Infinite Warfare. Or that's what I've heard. I have not played it. If anybody watches the video and can either confirm or deny that, that'd be great. But I've heard that that's basically the only thing. But I really don't feel like the loot crate thing has been all that brand new. Because I know in order to get your skins for your guns and things like that in Black Ops 3, it's the same way. And you're given credits on... Like, for missions that you complete, you get so many credits for them, and then you can go in and spend them on the crates, and then it just randomly generates what you get in them. Pretty sure.
Well, since you're buying crates... Well, since they're buying crates just like with CSGO, don't gamble with the kids or you'll wind up in jail, probably.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.